so much progress. Remember, we were going to Kenyatta, right? We were doing OT, we were doing speech. I remember my son hated the speech therapist there and used to beat them up. My son used to beat, okay, my son is another kettle of fish. We'll discuss it later. But my son used to beat up people that he doesn't want around his face. One, because he couldn't express himself and he can't say no. And here, two, he really wanted to see the words. And the speech therapist wants to show him the pictures. You think he can't read? It was like, you think I can't read? You think I'm stupid? I am going to beat you up. And he beats them up. I have compensated a few speech therapists because of the injuries my son has caused. And at a point, I decided no more. So when I met Moriah, in 3 months, we could actually sing some of the songs. We could actually, we were calmer. And we had learned a way to control the outbursts, right? So Moriah would come on our screen and us guys would sit on this side. And then we would watch Moriah, what she's doing, and us guys would repeat the same thing. So it was one time we are dancing with the trolls. Oh, trolls, just want to have fun. Now even us guys here, and we are carrying letters and we are carrying numbers. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I remember every week, I don't know how my son used to know. As I said, you guys have never figured out how he knows some things. Every week, we used to meet on Tuesday. My son would come, take my phone, Moyaya, 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 and look for me everywhere to find to start Moriah. And that was at 4 o'clock. Exactly at 3:40, my son would be running around the house looking for me. We look for Moyaya. Now, let me tell you the benefit of having Moriah in our lives in that format. Moriah taught us a lot. I know it sounds like therapy should be done now, madam, right? You should take your child, put them in that room, take off, you go have your coffee, your tea, you relax, because this is the only time you're having a break, right? Then you come back, you pick your child. Mumekuwa poa? How was it? Good. See you, and you go. But then, that's all good. I'm not looking down on that. But then, what I want to encourage you is when you participate in online therapy, sorry, what you're given is skills. Yeah? How many of you have boys? All of us. Jen, you're the odd one out. Eh? How old are they? How old are they? 3? How old? 13. Okay. Yeah. 7? 9, 13. 25 and 17. Okay, yeah, even you in that category. Please, I want to hear your opinion. What happens at about 8? At 8, what happens to boys especially? Just tell the other mothers. 10 or 10. Let's talk to the precious one at that age. What happens at
the age of 10, he becomes hyperactive, uncontrollable, aggressive, a bull.
They become very strong. 1, they're bigger than you. 2, number 3, if you are blessed like me, they are brighter than you. 4, number 3, number 4, their anger becomes very, very violent outbursts. Okay, now imagine he's this tall. He's having outbursts on you. Okay, and you have no skills to calm them down. Because what have you been doing all this time? You take him, you walk away, you come back, you pick, you walk out. The good thing with online therapy is you learn those skills with your child. So at this point, you're bonding and you're learning the skills as the parent, and the child is also understanding you at a younger age. So by the time you are coming to this end, and that's what has helped us right now. This boy is entering teenage. He's 60 kilos. He's 5'2", so he's about to tower over me. He's 8 years old, and he can put me down in 20 minutes, in less than 2 seconds. And did I tell you he's brighter than me? So he runs circles around me. So he, I need to be able to be present when he's having an outburst. I'm small. His sister is small. His father is huge, so he can. But he is overwhelming us. So if I did not get these skills that I was taught on online therapy, because I became like a therapist, I was the assistant therapist. So I learned the skills. Yeah. If I did not learn these skills and my child did not understand them when we were learning them together when he was 3, I wouldn't have a tool to support this child at this point they're having outbursts. That's the first benefit. The second benefit is the time you spend. The time you spend driving all the way to the hospital, driving back all the way home, it can be spent for better productivity, more productivity for you and even the child. Because then you'll get tired, you're going fighting, you're going missing supermarkets, trying to play Chenga with all the shops and all the workers trying to hospital for them to be done for therapy and then come back home. So it is time saving. 3, this one is debatable, depending. Bobo ndo atatuambia kama hapa tunaendelea kudebate. It's also, it saves you money. It saves you a lot of money because number one, the transport to and from hospital, the buying of snacks, because Simulenda Hospital, you left house, you are going somewhere, you have to buy snacks. How many children expect you to leave the house and you don't buy snacks? Yeah, every child. So your children, I'm sure they also expect snacks when they leave the house. So all that you save. Number 4 is that the fact that your child learns the behavior where they need to be used. Where are these behaviors needed? At home, right? Or at school. So hata ziacha kwa mlango, si mulienda hospitali. So we left everything at the door. So those behaviors are not translating at home. And you wonder why you're going for so many sessions. Number 5, where I like iZola especially, is the therapists I got. One of the things that my son had was really this bad aggression. He really used to hurt us. And that's a side of autism that we don't discuss a lot as parents because we want to show our children in good light. But I have been injured by my son. It's very painful. So I got a play therapist. And this time, guess from which country? South Africa. Without leaving Kenya. And he helped my child deal with a lot of psychological issues through play, and my child became very calm. And she also taught us how to deal with that child, and not like we used to deal him like akamayai. Unaona, tunambeba kila mahali. We are making decisions for him because he can't make. Oh, we got this attitude. Remember, there was a changed expectation. I haven't finished the changed expectations. One of the changed expectation is that this child of yours cannot do anything for themselves. So you have changed and become their legs, their mouths, their eyes, their hands, their everything, basically, right? Which now the child starts resisting and rebelling against. Why? Because they have no sense of they have no sense of self, number one. Number two, they have no sense of autonomy. If there's something that God blessed you as a human being when you were born, and that's why you made all that. Dr. Am I right? It's a sense of autonomy to make sure that we know you're a human being and you have your own identity, and that's why you screamed like that. And these children, and no matter what they they have, whichever disability they have, ASD and all, they have a very strong sense of autonomy. So this lady from South Africa, Trian, really helped me in that. And also I did OT online and I became a very good semi-qualified OT. I couldn't tell you what I was doing, but I knew it used to help. I don't have the terms. I don't have the medical, but I was shown and I would do it. So what it did for me is that I did not need an OT every day. See, when mama, we know our past, we need to save this money. Sindio? So you don't need an OT every day. Yeah? Kama umeandikiwa OT mara tatu kwa wiki, and they've shown you what you can do for 3 days, for 2 days out of the 3. So you need an OT how many times? One, right? How much is therapy per session on average? About how much? 2,500, yeah? I think that's the cheapest we have right now. Is there anything cheaper than 2,500? You know something cheaper than 250? Tonana. Okay. So you have you're paying 2,500, right? So you have 3 sessions per week, right? We do quick mathematics. Kikuyus, look at me. And non-Kikuyus are teaching you a secret of the mathafus we make. You have 3 sessions a week. Each session is 3,500, right? You are shown what to do in 1 session so that you can do it in 2 sessions, right? That is how much? You've saved how much? 5,000. Hey, what can 5,000 do for you? Let's put it in the back pocket. Higher. Now, for OT, and they will tell us, I think Doreen will tell us, consistency and the regularity you do it is very important. You don't have to do it every day, but it's very important for you to be consistent and for you to do it regularly. So let's say you have saved 5,000, right? And you're doing it consistently, right? You're doing it consistently. So what happens? Your child is recovering and gaining skills faster than if you were going to a hospital or you were doing it, you did not know what to do, right? But at least here you've been taught on why you need.